welcome back. Welcome back to day 187-ish, we'll see. You're like, hey, why are you wearing those headphones? Don't you have those really nice Raycon ones? Yes, but I'm so full of allergies. So full that I'm like, I'm just gonna wear these. And you're like, oh, why are you full of allergies? Well, I went to Target where I'm like, okay, car, medium allergies, fair. Then I went to, I came home and did laundry, and then I'm like, okay, so I did laundry, and then I wanted to play some Switch, and there was just big fluff balls of dog hair on it, and I'm like, that's fine. So I'm like, okay, so I just had dog allergies, outdoor allergies, car allergies, laundry allergies, and I'm like, okay. And finally, I dropped a drink on my pants. So I'm like, oh, I'll just take them off. Then I realized to get new pants, I would have to go upstairs. And I'm like, I don't want to go upstairs because I just took off my pants. I'm like, I could put back on pants, but that would be weird to put them back on to walk up. So I'm like, okay. So I don't know. So I'm like, okay. So I put on allergy pants, is the point. But now I'm just thinking of my pants. Should be fine, like they're just like water. But I'm like, they're gonna be wet. So I put them like kind of hanging off of my laundry hamper down here. But it's over hardwood floors, and I'm like, wait. So I hope that's not dripping, so I might check on it later. But my brain is out of it because it's so full of allergies. So there's a moment of panic. I'm like, oh, I don't want to walk up without pants on. But these headphones were dead, so I had to hook them up. This is actually not its cable, but it's just the same plug as the other thing. So I'm like, oh, dope. I'll just charge these in here instead of having to plug them in. But it's just so full of allergies, brain empty. Whoosh. Oh yeah, it was the first thing is I went and I had to talk with my doctor because I'm like, hey, it's 2 months in. She's like, anything you don't like? And I'm like, of testosterone. And I'm like, no, nothing that I didn't know. Besides, my feet sometimes go like to sleep or numb, and they like, especially started with my pinky toes. Started with one pinky toe, now it's the other pinky toe, and recently it's my whole foot. Like if I just bend over at my hips, my pinky toe just it goes to sleep. And one time it was like, oh, so I asked about that, and she was like, it could be thick blood, but, and it started beforehand. It seems like it might be a nerve problem. So if it doesn't go, like if it's not thick blood that we're testing next week, then I'd say you talk to your normal doctor. So I'm like, oh, okay. So fun fact about that. B, she's like, yeah, your voice is coming along. you have any facial hair yet? I'm like, no, it's been 2 months. And she's like, oh, well, don't blame us for that. Blame your parents. And I'm just like, it's been 2 months. Can you chill? Can you chill? Like, because some people, can you chill? It's been 2 months. So, we'll see how that goes. But I just like, you know, she's like, blame your parents. And I'm like, my dad has a very full beard. But my mom's side of the family is completely unknown. My biological grandfather died when my mom was 16. So he probably wasn't that old. And then every other guy in the family, I don't remember. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And one time I asked my mom, and she's like, I don't know. They shaved. And we never thought about it. They always just shaved. And I'm like, oh. So I have no idea if they could grow facial hair. And then she's like, yeah, but any other side effects? I'm like, no, I mean, no bad side effects. She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, okay, dang, rude, but I'm also gonna try new face wash, so rude. But if it doesn't go away, I'm gonna talk to her. But I always had bad skin. Don't know why. Yeah, when I was doing my laundry, I kind of wash or wipe out the inside of the dryer. And I was doing that. And I don't know how, but it was so much hair in the dryer. So much. So much hair. Like, I know I don't have long hair. So much hair. And I know that when I had long hair, a lot of hair would be like cleaned into the inside of the dryer. But it's still disgusting when it's like someone else's. And it's like my family members, it's my mom's. But it was just like gross. Anyways, now my pants are super duper allergen-y because I took them out of the to be washed pile. So I should have just walked upstairs, but you know how that goes. Yeah. Oh, I have a water over there. Oh, I should have brought it over. Yeah. Should have brought the water over. There's a knot in this, and it's really annoying. Because all I needed to do is weave through the headphones. Yeah. Boom. Annoying. Annoying. Not. Annoying. 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 I got a belt today, though. And you're like, well, what's the big deal about a belt? Okay, listen, I've been looking for a nice black belt for a while. With silver, not gold, not bronze or copper looking. Silver detail, silver, like metal belt. Because I like wearing silvers. Or steel, but like the silver look. And I found it, and it was genuine leather, and I'm like, oh. So I got it. It's only 1 o'clock, which you're like, oh, 1 o'clock, isn't that late? No, because I usually go to sleep a lot later. Yesterday I went to sleep after sunrise again, which was annoying because I didn't want to do that. Womp, womp, womp. Oh, it's hard to move. Hey, I'm gonna get a dig in the mouth. But different people, when we go through trauma like this, doesn't just go away. Weird. I need my thumb there, but yeah, not. Hello there. I died again. You ever realize that you're like, you know, maybe I need a stimulus toy. A little stimmy, you know? And I have one, but I don't know where it is. I wasn't stimulated enough. I do have a Rubik's Cube, that was pretty dope. I don't remember the final step. I know how to switch things around, the actual solving part, but when it comes to a formula, can't remember it. The top part, I don't remember it. It's a pretzel. Yeah. Yeah, I tried playing Resident Evil 7 because Resident Evil 8 needs a better graphics card than I have. Blah, 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 blah. So I tried playing Resident Evil 7, and you're like, why do you have Resident Evil 7? Because I bought it in a together pack, because I'm like, you know what? Let's buy them together. Here's the thing. Frame still dropped. Hated that. So now I gotta go back and watch myself, and it's gonna be cringe-delicious. It's my new ring, thank you. It's gonna be kind of cringy because I don't like watching myself. I don't know, I never tried. But I need to watch to see if it was just completely unwatchable. So I gotta go watch myself. Oh, I saw a lizard. Oh, yeah. So we went outside and it was like working 100 degrees. And there's a lizard, and it was so cute, and he was so adorable, and he had a red little face. And I'm like, oh my god. And so he was like, he was breathing real heavy. And I hope he didn't get overheated. I'm like, just get off the asphalt then, dude. Go in the grass. Anyways, point is, so he was there, and I took some of his photos. Took some photos of him. He's super cute, but I don't want to get too close because I didn't want him to go back underneath the car, because I was going to use the car. I was about to straight up back up in it. So I need him to, he was good where he was, not move. So I took her photos from far away, but I did like, oop, 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 and then I walked away. Oh, he's so beautiful. He was so beautiful. Anyways, I got Starbucks though when I was out, because guess what? I needed a coffee and I loved it. Thank you. Anyways. Who would have guessed one knot in a wire would be so entertaining? I did. Because I'm a fidgety person. I want to get a tattoo. I'm fully vaccinated. So I could do it. I should do it. I should go get a tattoo. That'd be so dope. It's also, it really hit me because last year was the first year I was out for Pride. This is the first year I'm on testosterone for Pride. And it's really, really interesting because I emailed at the very end of December, so like very beginning of the year, January. And since then, you know, we had, well, right before it came out, we had Elliot Page, we had Ezzy Izzard, now we have Demi Lovato, who's like that. I didn't even say mention it. Demi Lovato came out using they them pronouns, came out as non-binary, and I love that because, so here's the thing, a lot of people online are like, oh, non-binary people are just like women because they're all assigned female at birth. But then, like, in my sphere, that's what people hear. But then I was clicking through a different thing, and I was going through trans women like YouTube channels, and I was clicking through things, and I saw one person who's like assigned male at birth, dresses very femininely, uses he him pronouns, and is like, I'm a cis man and I just like dressing femininely. So I'm like, that's dope, you know? Okay, cool. But he was saying that in his opinion, he's like, well, why are all non-binary people assigned male at birth? And I was like, assigned male at birth? That's not the story I've been getting fed. They're all assigned female at birth. So I'm like, And I, you know, he had a lot of opinions on it. Do I agree with them? No. But it was really interesting because he was talking about Jonathan Van Ness and Sam Smith and stuff. And it's like, well, why are they assigned male at birth? But, you know, they're non-binary just because they don't, you know, follow the binary gender, like gender non-conformity. But it just was really interesting to hear because I'm like, I was told the opposite. You know, it's kind of like all non-binary people are assigned female at birth. So, like, why are you just trying to be unique? Why are you just trying to be, you know, different? You're just a masculine woman. Just get over it. If that's what you want, to go ahead, but don't pretend you're something else. And then for him, he viewed it as the opposite. Given he was very angry that people would push non-binary genders on him, or even female gender and pronouns on him. But I'm like, yeah, no, that's great. That's fantastic. That that like you are you. But it's just such an interesting thing that for him it was viewed as the opposite. That they're all like the celebrities, they're all assigned male at birth. All non-binary people. But, you know, that's why I think Demi Lovato coming out of non-binary is such a big deal, because, you know, they're non-binary, but they're assigned female at birth. But, you know, like Jonathan Van Ness and Sam Smith, like I mentioned, those being assigned male at birth, it's just, I don't know, it's a very interesting thing that for me it's one thing, but for this other guy it's another idea. So I think it's just like, maybe we view patterns as we see them, you know, like if somebody is like, oh, all non-binary people are assigned female at birth, that's what people believe. Assigned male at birth, that's what people believe, like that's what they see. So it's really interesting to be like, maybe it's not either, maybe it is a good mix, you know, I don't know.